Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. In California, there's a 3 strikes law. But what do you need to know in order to protect your future in today's day of 2025? In this video, we're going to talk about what is the California 3 strikes law, how it applies in today's day of 2025, how to protect yourself under the 3 strikes law, as well as some common mistakes to avoid. For those who don't know me, I'm Sina Mohajer with Mohajer Law Firm. We specialize in family law, criminal defense, estate planning, and personal injury. In these videos, I like to tackle complex legal issues and try to simplify it for our viewers in order to give you the knowledge and understanding to deal with your case on your own. So if you like what you hear today, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you're always informed of any new videos being posted. Without further ado, I welcome you to our mini-series called A Walk in the Park. So what is California's 3 strikes law? Well, it's defined under the California Penal Code 667, which imposes a harsher sentence to repeat felony offenders, causing your 3rd strike to impose a sentence of 25 years to life imprisonment. But what is considered as a strikeable offense? Well, a strikeable offense is any serious felony or a violent felony. Examples of those would be murder, robbery, or even some sex crimes. However, I have seen the 3rd felony, even minor felonies, trigger that life imprisonment sentence when prior strikes exist. So it's really important that you handle your case efficiently and you understand the nuances of the 3rd strike law of California. But how does the 3 strike law apply in today's day of 2025? Well, when you have 2 prior strikes of serious or violent felonies, any 3rd felony would constitute as a strike, therefore imposing that more severe sentence. However, in 2012, Proposition 36 was passed, where it constitutes that the 3rd felony must be a violent or serious felony in order for it to constitute as your 3rd strike. But there are older cases that may still apply. But it's important to also note that courts generally have the inherent power to strike or do away with your prior 2 strikes when dealing with the current charge pending. So how do you protect yourself under the 3 strike law? Number 1 is you hire a good defense attorney. With a seasoned criminal defense attorney, we may file what's called a Romero motion, as I mentioned earlier, which allows a judge to strike or do away with the prior strikes and not constitute this 3rd felony as your 3rd strike. Also, it's to ensure that the classification of your prior strikes were true and correct. A lot of times when a felony conviction is had and people sign a plea bargain, it doesn't set forth whether it constitutes as a strike or not. So by reviewing your criminal record, we can see whether it was classified correctly or not in order to determine if this particular pending charge is going to be your 3rd strike. Lastly is also to negotiate during the plea bargaining stage. During the plea bargaining stage, we can negotiate that this offense is going to be constituted as a non-strikeable offense. Therefore, the imposition of that 25 years to life imprisonment is not enforced. But what are some common mistakes to avoid? Well, number 1 is not disclosing your prior felony charges. Now, yes, when you retain an attorney, we have the ability to go into your record to see what other priors you have, but not all records are always disclosed to us when we do that initial search. So it's important to disclose to your attorney whether you had prior charges, if they were felony or serious or violent in nature. Number 2 is never miss any court date. We are limited to when we can file that Romero motion that I discussed earlier. If we miss our deadline, we could be prevented from filing it, and now we're stuck with your 2 prior strikes and now dealing with the pending charge of possibly being your 3rd strike to lead to 25 years to life. Lastly is not hiring an attorney timely. This is a very common mistake I see because a lot of people go with a public defender. Sure, it's free, but they don't pull their weight, they don't do what's necessary, and then they come to my office to retain, and now I've missed my deadlines, or I've missed the ability to negotiate fairly and in good faith with the district attorney. So that's another common mistake I see. In this video, we talked about what is the 3 strikes law in California, how it applies in today's day of 2025, how to protect yourself under the law of the 3 strikes law, as well as some common mistakes to avoid. So if you like what you heard in today's video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, as I mentioned earlier, so you're always informed of any new videos being posted.